This is just a test run. This is the first time I'm baking in a long time. Be patient with me. I'm just testing if there is anything that I could prepare for my actual video. Kaka-start pa lang guys, ang messy ko na. Medyo napapahiya ako dito guys. It's so messy. Keep na. Aray, pumunta sa mata ko. I'm doing this guys para alam ko kung paano din yung framing and the other things that I have to prepare when I actually do my video. 2 eggs. I don't know if it's focusing pero may 2 eggs dyan. Hindi yata pantay yung aking camera. There you go. Okay. Hopefully sakto lang ang framing. So, I'm using, nagpapawisan na ako guys. I'm using, na-stress ako, paano ba ito buksan? I'm using okay, I'm using. So, ayan, since nabasag yung egg yolk ko, lagay ko na lang lahat. Sorry, self. Whew! Gutom ako. Add more. Oops! Oof! I take it back, guys. Hi, guys. It's been 15 minutes. 50. Hopefully, masarap siya. People say that ang secret ingredient daw to cooking and baking is love. Well, hi guys! So, I'm back in the kitchen. This is not yet a recipe na i-share ko sa inyo guys probably, but you know, I'm documenting just in case. I need 2 1/4 cup. It's so messy. This is the first time I'm baking in a long time. I have my 2 1/4 cups of flour. For the sugar, I need 1 cup of the brown sugar and 1/2 cup of the white sugar. Dito nyo makikita gaano ka-messy mag-test din ng recipes. There's a difference between brown sugar, white sugar, and you know, the different types of sugars. It's not just in the sweetness or the taste, but it also affects the structure of your product. So much as I would love to remove the white sugar in this recipe, I cannot. And now I'm measuring 1 teaspoon baking soda and 1 teaspoon salt. So that's 1 teaspoon baking soda. Even if the first step is mixing the soda and the salt to the flour, I do not put it directly into the flour because, well, for demonstration purposes, and so that I do not forget that I already put it. I like it all laid out first. And then also, what if I'm measuring straight there, tapos nagkamali tayo, buhos na agad. Sayang na yung flour. We already have 2 eggs. I don't know if it's focusing, pero may 2 eggs dyan. And then now, I'm gonna measure 1 teaspoon vanilla extract. This is my vanilla extract. This is actually a very easy recipe to remember. And then finally, we will measure the chocolate chips. I need 1 cup of semi-sweet. I actually prefer dark chocolate, but didn't have any in the store. Okay, so if you have your favorite dark chocolate, you can use that. Compound chocolate and then just chop it up. But of course, the easiest are those na chips na agad. 2 cups pala ang chocolates. And you can add up to 1 cup of nuts. I'm not adding any nuts because mahirap maghanap ng nuts ngayon. I'm doing 2 cups of chocolate because at least kahit na medyo palpak siya, may chocolates to cover it up. If you want to adjust your recipe, do not forget to take down notes. This is my easy cookie recipe. Now, let's go to the rundown of ingredients. So, I already melted in the stove 1 cup of butter. So, that's 1 entire bar. Ang hirap pala nitong ginagawa ko, guys. Ayan. Dapat pala dalawa ang camera. Charot. I have my 2 1/4 cups of flour. 2 whole eggs. 1 cup brown sugar and 1/2 cup white sugar. It's already mixed in together. 1 teaspoon baking soda. 1 teaspoon iodized salt. And also 1 teaspoon vanilla. And of course, the 2 cups of chocolate chips. Aside from these things, I have my extra bowl over here. I have my wire whisk, spatula, my scooper. I'll explain later what this is for. The scraper. Also have this. This is where I will be putting the dough before I put it in the fridge for cooling or chilling. And then I also have my cookie sheet with the lining. And you have to have your cooling rack. If you're gonna bake something, especially if you're doing it for the first time, make sure to read your recipe carefully at least once, like the entire thing. Make sure that you're familiar so that while you're already starting, you're not like, ay, gagawin pala to or I need pala this. All your ingredients ready, that's very important. It's called mise en place. And also have all your necessary equipment or tools ready. That's why I already have the cooling rack and the cookie sheets ready, even if I'm not gonna use it for like an hour. For the people who know me, you know I hate wearing shirts with sleeves, but I do when I cook and bake because that's proper hygiene and nakatali din yung buhok ko. Usually, wear a hairnet and a mask. But since I'm explaining this to you guys, wala akong mask. So for easy clean-up purposes, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but the table has been lined with newspaper. I've learned this from my mommy. She used to bake all the time, and that's what she did. Pag merong mga ma-spill or whatever, mas madali i-clean up later. I modified this recipe for you guys so that you don't really need to have a mixer. The oven is already starting to heat. The first thing that you do is you combine the flour. Usually this is the part that says combine all the dry ingredients. So that's the flour, the baking soda, and the salt. Make sure that everything is mixed. Do not just pour it and then leave it as it is. Next is I melted the butter until it was already foaming over medium heat lang in the stove top. Or if you want, you can do this in the microwave. We have the butter. Now we will put both the white sugar and the brown sugar. What I like to do is mix this first before I introduce the vanilla extract. We'll just use the wire whisk. I'm using the medium one. Just make sure that everything is incorporated properly. As you can see, I'm tilting the bowl because it's easier that way rather than if I whisk this way. I really don't know the science to that, but that's the way I whisk things. And whisking also helps in your arm strength. So this is the consistency that you're looking for. The butter and the sugar are properly incorporated with each other. I'm gonna pour the vanilla extract. So make sure when you're pouring something from another container, everything is clearly poured. Para walang nasasayang and ma-follow yung proper ratio. I think this is already okay. Ito yung consistency, guys. Now we have another wet ingredient that we're gonna introduce, which is our 2 eggs. Add 1 egg at a time. Nabasag yung egg yolk ko. Lagay ko na lang lahat. The proper way to do it is to add it 1 at a time. Ganun talaga ang life. It's gonna lighten up a bit. Sakit na po yung arms ko, guys. Workout na rin to. Usually when I cook and bake, I don't work out anymore. Now lighter in color. It's a different consistency. So this is going to be the difficult part. We're gonna add the flour gradually and then mix it in. So pa-konti-konti muna. Make sure you also scrape the sides para ma-mix properly yung ating flour. So that's just one part. Make sure that you are not over-mixing because it will affect the texture or the consistency of your cookies. So now I'm adding more flour and making sure that everything is incorporated properly. We're almost done with the flour. This is the last bit of flour. It becomes tougher to mix because of course of the introduction of the dry ingredients. Make sure you scrape off all the sides. Now if you can't do that with your whisk, of course you can use your spatula to help you out. That's why I always have a spatula on hand because it makes things easier. We're done mixing. Clean na yung sides. As you can see, let's add choco chips. Ang bilis lang, diba? Here's a tip for using choco chips, especially if madaling mag-melt yung ginagamit nyo. I put in a little bit of flour to make sure na hindi sila magdidikit-dikit and it's easier to mix in your batter. And another thing is you don't have to buy expensive brand. One of the things that I used in my cookie business before was Goya, the dark mint one. I love that one. So I used to make mint cookies. Nililinis ko yung whisk because for this part, I'm not using the whisk anymore. I'm gonna use the spatula. So, para hindi masayang yung ating ingredients. I have aunts, most of them bake, and they were the ones who taught me some of the recipes I know. So, mga family recipes namin. One of the things they taught me is dapat talaga walang ingredient na sasayang. So, sinisimot talaga nila yan lahat. Alam nyo, even if you have electric mixer, you still have to beat and whisk a lot of stuff together. You need your strength. Ako usually, I eat a snack, I drink coffee or energy drink. Make sure also that you're well hydrated while baking and cooking. Now, we're gonna add the choco chips. So I fold them like so. This is the motion of folding. I think we would actually benefit from using the larger spatula. So let's use that one. Using the right size of tools can also be very helpful, but again, you can make use of whatever you already have. You don't really have to have like small, medium, large. There you go, that's easier. Less force needed. Add more, oops! Okay, more chips. People say that ang secret ingredient daw to cooking and baking is love. Well, there's some truth to that because if you love what you're cooking or baking or you love the people that you're cooking or baking for, like now, I love myself and I'm cooking and baking for myself. You are more meticulous, you are more patient, you put more time and effort into it. I guess that's really the secret. Pag pumalpa ka, if you really love doing it, then experiment again. So now I've added all the chips. If you have done your job properly, dapat wala ng buo-buong flour. You can actually bake this, but this is very soft. What I like to do, I put it in the fridge. We will just cover this first. So I have over here a beeswax wrap. So these are usable and compostable. So biodegradable siya. We will just cover it. So while this is in the fridge for 30 minutes, we will start with the cleanup process. It's been 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes and ito na siya. It's solidified a bit. I'm gonna scoop out and I'm gonna put it in this container and then I'm put it back in the fridge. And then I will also put a batch in the oven. The oven is now at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or about 170 to 180 degrees Celsius. Do not come for me. Approximation lang po yun. This batch is going in the fridge. So, lagay ko na to sa fridge. We're gonna bake a test batch now. Ilalagay natin siya dito. I don't know if you can notice it in my voice, but I'm super excited. We will space them properly so that hindi sila magbuo into one large cookie. Usually, I put 5 to 6 lang in a pan. And they should cook in about 7 to 10 minutes. Sobrang konti lang na nagawa ko. Siguro mga 12 cookies lang tong batch na to. Set the timer for 10 minutes. The cookies are baking. Oh no! Magbubuo siya. Magdidikit siya. I'm so stressed. Masyado kasing malaki, guys. But it's okay. Ako lang naman na siya kakasins ko kakain. Let's wait for this to bake. Usually, a good indication is kapag nag-brown na yung sides niya. I'm gonna open it para makita. It's super white pa right now. Can you see that? Nagdikit-dikit na sila. Oh no! Sobrang laki kasi. So, I really have to buy smaller ice cream scoopers. I didn't show you guys. Nirotate ko yung pan because of course, the oven hindi pantay yung heat niya. Another 2 minutes and then we'll take it out. So, after 12 minutes in the oven, my super large cookies are almost nagdikit-dikit na siya. So, let's transfer this from the sheet to the rack. I think na-overbake ko siya, guys, because it's brown all over. Or that might be the brown sugar. So, hindi naman siya amoy sunog. Let's transfer muna. Good news and bad news. The bad news is it's too soft. Pero hindi sila nagdikit-dikit, guys. So, that's the good thing. But it's super soft. Papa-cool down ko lang muna siya and then we'll taste it. I'm stressed out because masyadong malaki yung scooper ko. Nilagay ko balik yung remaining cookie dough. I'm now using a smaller scoop. It's number 16. I think ito yung ginagamit ko before. I'm gonna form smaller balls. Put it back in the container and return it to the fridge to chill until later. 18 hours, 12 hours, whatever. See, it's smaller na. I think this is the perfect size. Number 16. Crisis averted. At least the first batch is not that bad. So as you can see, ganyan na siya. We'll just wait for the cookies that are from the oven to cool down and tikman na natin siya and we're done for the day. What I'm aiming for is chewy but crispy on the sides. Sana ma-achieve natin. That's my testing. This is not yet the recipe, but if you want the recipe for this one, it's gonna be in my blog. We'll put this in the fridge for baking later. Hi guys, it's April 20. It's day 2 of our testing and it's 3:26 a.m. I do not have much prepared here. I just turned on the oven and we're just waiting for it to hit the right temperature. I have here the dough that I prepared last night that has been chilling in the fridge for quite some time. Ito na yun siya, guys. So it maintained its form. It seems like it's solid enough. These are smaller than the ones that we did yesterday. I found it too sweet for my taste. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of sea salt. Let's put this one by one. I'm just gonna use a spoon. Ganyan siya kalaki. Yes, parang makeup lang. Tada! Looks like ice cream. I'm gonna try to make maybe 6 in one sheet. We want to happen, kaya natin siya na-chill for almost 24 hours, is for the butter to solidify again and for the sugar and everything else to incorporate well with each other. Hopefully, this will create a better texture than yesterday. If you guys are going to use this for your negosyo, so that it looks prettier and more consistent, what I do is I have a bowl of chocolate chips on the side and then I put it 3 or 4 on top. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna top this off with a little bit of sea salt just to balance out the sweetness. Nilalagay ko sa platito. Ayoko siya ibuhos directly. And then just a little bit lang just to see if it would help in balancing out the sweetness. I've seen this being done on Bon Appetit. I can see that our oven is almost ready. So that the quality will not be compromised, I will put this back in the chiller. And then when I'm almost ready to put it in the oven, I'm gonna take it out. So ito, nilabas ko around a few minutes before I put it in the oven. So let's see kung effective ba yung new strategy ko. These are smaller and look at the salt on top. Hopefully, it won't be weird salty. So once again, I put paper, old newspaper on the tabletop so that when I clean up later, it will all be easier. The cookies are now in the oven. Let's set the timer for 10 minutes. Look, it's still super big. Not comfortable with this size, but let's see. So the reason why we usually turn the cookie sheet midway is because look at that, o yung sa pinakamalayo, that one, it's already melted yung mga nasa dulo, pero yung mga nasa gitna and yung nandito malapit sa door, not so much kasi obviously uneven yung heat inside. And nag-alarm na for 7 minutes. Turn na natin, guys, and let's set the timer for 5 more minutes. That's the progress. This has been baking for a total of 12 minutes and now I'm ready to take it out. Let's see. Oh my gosh, so huge pa rin. Guys, sumobra ako. It's so brown. It's so frustrating. Kakainin pa rin naman namin yan. So, I'll transfer it to the cooling rack Ayan, yung cooling rack. Ay, nako, gusto ko umiyak. I'm so frustrated. We're done baking for the night and it has been an even bigger failure than yesterday. But it's okay kasi kakainin pa rin naman namin yung cookies. I had a little bit of problem with the oven. Ito yung yesterday. I'm gonna show you. Isang piece na lang yung naiwan. Ayoko pakita yung inside kasi yun yung problema ko yesterday. And then this one is today. Better na yung likod niya. But, mobra ako. I did 12 minutes. So, dapat 10 minutes lang. 7 to 10 minutes. Kasi ito, I think 12 minutes kasi bigger nga naman. Darker siya in color. This is smaller in size. I think bawasan ko yung chocolate chips kasi I think that is what is making this parang super lata siya. Tikman natin kung may effect ba yung nilagay natin na salt. Tamis pa rin siya. Okay. May effect na. But I have to lessen the amount of chocolate chips. So even if mukha siyang sunog, chewy pa rin siya inside, guys. And more importantly, hindi siya lasang sunog. So, saktong crunchy lang yung outside. I think big factor din yung amount of brown sugar na ginamit ko. I like this texture better kasi crunchy on the outside. Before I share with you the recipe, I will keep on trying. I already took down notes kung ano yung mga adjustments na gagawin ko. Keep on watching, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell button so you will be updated kung uploaded na yung totoong episodes ng Baking 101 series because this is just episode 0. To have 1 cup. So what are the differences among the different measuring tools that I already have? The base ingredient to flavor baking goods are... I'm super happy with how hindi ko pa pala siya natitikman. So, let's try. And don't forget to leave your comments and suggestions down below. If you have any questions about baking, cooking, or anything sa kitchen, basically, let me know. And the recipe will be on my blog, kusinamaria.com. But that won't be published until I perfect this recipe. One more test, I think makukuha ko na to. Follow me on social media and share this with your friends if they're interested in baking as well. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next vlog. Bye!